Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students, today we are going to discuss about a brief history of Nigeria. Let's begin the question. The history of Nigeria is bound up with its geography, about one-third larger than the state of Texas. Nigeria is located above the inner curve of the elbow on the west coast of Africa, just north of the equator and south of the Sahara Desert. More than 200 ethnic groups, each with its own language, beliefs and culture, live in present-day Nigeria. The largest ethnic groups are the mostly Protestant Yoruba in the west, the Catholic Igbo in the east, and the predominantly Muslim Hausa Fulani in the north. This diversity of peoples is the result of thousands of years of history as traders, nomads, and refugees from invaders. And climatic change came to settle with the indigenous population, and as the foreign nations became aware of the area's resources, the events and things fall apart take place at the end of the 19th century and in the early part of the 20th century. Although the British did not occupy most Nigeria until 1904, they had a strong presence in West Africa since the early 19th century. The British were a major buyer of African slaves in the 17th and 18th centuries. In 1807, however, the British outlawed slave trade within their empire. At the time, they did not yet control Nigeria, and internal wars continually increased the available supply of captured slaves. In 1861, frustrated with the expanding slave trade, the British decided to occupy Lagos, a major slave trading post and the capital of present-day Nigeria. Slowly and hesitantly, the British occupied the rest of Nigeria. Ultimately, the British were prompted to occupy Nigeria for more than the slave trade. The British were in competition with the other Europeans for control of the natural wealth of West Africa. At the Berlin Conference of 1884-85, a meeting arranged to settle rivalries among European powers, the British proclaimed Nigeria to be their territory. They bought palm oil, peanuts, rubber, cotton, and other agricultural products from the Nigerians. Indeed, trade in these products made some Nigerian traders very wealthy. In the early 20th century, the British defined the collection of diverse ethnic groups as one country, Nigeria, and declared it a colony of the British Empire. The British moved into Nigeria with a combination of government control, religious mission, and economic incentive. In the north, the British ruled indirectly with the support of the local Muslim leaders who collected taxes and administered a government on behalf of the British. In the south, however, where communities such as Yamufia and things fall apart were often not under one central authority, the British had to intervene directly and forcefully to control the local population. For example, a real-life tragedy at the community of Ahira serves as the historical model for the massacre of the village of Abem in chapter 15 of Things Fall Apart. On November 16, 1905, a white man rode his bicycle into Ahira and was killed by the natives. A month later, an expedition of British forces searched the villages in the area and killed many natives in reprisal. The Ahira incident led to the Bande Onitsha hinterland expedition, a force created to eliminate Igbo position. The British destroyed the powerful Akka oracle and killed all opposing Igbo groups. In 1912, the British instituted the Collective Punishment Ordinance, which stipulated punishment against an entire village or community for crimes committed by one or more persons against the white colonialists. The British operated an efficient administrative system and introduced a form of British culture to Nigeria. They also sent many capable young Nigerians to England for education. The experience of Nigerians who lived overseas in the years preceding, during and after World War II gave rise to a class of young educated nationalists who agitated for independence from Great Britain. The British agreed to the Nigerians' demands and in 1947 instituted a 10-year economic plan toward independence. Nigeria became an independent country on October 1, 1960 and became a republic in 1963. With the British long gone from Nigeria, corruption and a lack of leadership continued to hamper Nigeria's quest for true democracy. A series of military coups and dictatorships in the 1970s, 1980s and early 1990s replaced the fragile democracy that Nigeria enjoyed in the early 1960s. In 1993, Nigeria held a democratic presidential election, which was followed by yet another bloodless coup, and so continues the political pattern for the troubled, violent, most populous country in Africa. Dear students, the question about a brief history of Nigeria ends here. Let's meet in the next video. Take very much care. Allah Hafiz.